Welcome to Yael and Matt recaps.
Yael.
Yes. Welcome to.
You can't say my name.
Yael and Matt.
Yael.
Recap stuff.
Yael. You can't say my name.
Yael. I'm Matt.
Matt. Matt.
And today we decided to not watch a horror movie because you picked one that's not really a horror movie.
It is. It says horror in the.
Okay. Yes. So did Gone. If you watched the first episode in this long
the
journey.
pilot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was terrible. The horror movie, The Gone, the first one.
It's not
this
called
one
The
was.
Gone.
I'm talking about the Gone movie. This one was a little bit more like it was scary a little bit.
Lean up. Quit lazying about. We're recording this in the morning. She just woke up on her 5th attempt of waking up. I've been up productively moving my car so I don't get a ticket. And now we're talking about Phoenix Forgotten.
Yeah, he's productively don't get the thing that it says that he lives here. So.
Yeah. So, Phoenix Forgotten, I was initially pissed off because I thought it was going to be a found footage movie. And I'm not that big a fan of found footage movies, but they kind of got around it a little bit and made it. Alright, so let's just start out.
Yes. So there's that story that I didn't know. I found out about it after the movie.
It's based on an event that happened.
I started to say that.
Yeah.
For an hour. It's 1997,
yeah.
March 18. Yeah, it's a week after our wedding, our anniversary.
Yeah, we got married in 1997.
I was 7.
Yeah.
You were charming.
It was very controversial.
That's what we do in Israel. And
what? 7-year-olds get married in Israel?
Sure.
Alright. So, there's a bunch of garbled news reports. They're, I guess, taken from the real ones. And then you flash back. There's a home video of a barbecue. It's a birthday party for Sophie's birthday. Her older brother is taping her. And then you hear a voiceover from Sophie saying that was the day their lives would change. That's how I remember my brother. And then, boom, she arrives at an airport. But when she arrives at the airport, she's being videotaped by her boyfriend, Josh. And that's when I got annoyed. Okay, this is just going to be a found footage based on a other found footage movie. Oh no, not her boyfriend, Josh. Her brother is Josh. Her boyfriend, his name is Jay. We don't really hear from him much. He's a very secondary character. And then find out that Josh was one of 3 missing teenagers. And they tell her dad, who picks her up from the airport, they're doing this documentary. Dad's really hesitant to talk that much about it. He drops them off at their mom's house, at her mom's house. Doesn't go in, so they're separated. So that's a classic
Stephen King. No.
Classic horror movie. One parent or divorced parents or something.
Yeah.
And it's just happened a bunch of times. Although the last movie we watched, The Conjuring, is it the last one?
No.
Okay.
The Black Christmas.
2 movies ago, there was a family.
We're both very confused. Don't put your leg on the table.
On my table. All right.
On my table.
So Dad drops her off at Mom's recently sold house. So they go through all their stuff. She's clearing it out, getting ready to move. Josh's room is still untouched from when he was a teenager. And they get his video camera and his box of tapes. They watch the old footage that he originally shot from this event that thousands of people witnessed of lights formed in the sky.
Have you been there? Have you saw that?
Yeah, if anyone here was living in Phoenix, Arizona in 1997
and watched that, let us know. It's interesting.
Yeah, she's interested.
I'm interested.
And then we watched news footage that they used his tape on, and then we talk about it. Sophie interviews her mom. Josh made a mini documentary about it. He interviews Ashley Foster, who was a girl that he had a crush on, who also disappeared. And she worked for the school. She did a lot of video production stuff.
I have also stuff to say.
Okay, then tap me. Don't just give messages to the camera.
It's not to the camera, it's to you.
Okay, well, it's not to me, because I'm looking at my notebook.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I have to say something that you already said.
Hey! No! What? So basically, this is our first and maybe the last. I don't know. Do we have another Aliens movie?
I don't know because I didn't look into all the movies that you picked. So I don't
Me
know.
neither. I didn't know. I just saw that it's a horror. I was like, whatever.
Alright, so explain.
What?
Explain what you're about to say.
It's the we don't have like more Aliens movies, and Aliens movies sometimes are part of horror movies.
It's okay.
They can be scary.
Yeah.
I do believe in aliens.
Okay, I don't. But go on.
How do you know? Have you seen them?
No, I know what I don't believe in.
You don't believe that there's like things that living out of space?
No. Go on.
You don't have like... you
Just
need to
go
believe-
on.
Check it! Don't rush me, I just woke up. Where is Area 51?
It's in New Mexico.
In New Mexico? Oh, I thought it's in Arizona. It's not that far though.
No.
So what's with like aliens in that area?
It's rumored to be a government location.
I know the
So
Area
what do you mean,
51.
what's with aliens
With
in
like
that area?
Arizona
they
and
live
New
in the
Mexico.
Aliens
Maybe-
live in the desert.
Maybe in 1997 they came to pick their friends out. And they're like, oh my god, they closed, okay. And they left.
Yeah, Area 51 closes at 8 p.m.
Yeah, probably. I love aliens, ideas, it's scary.
Good notes.
It's
I love aliens. You should do hearts and the big eyes.
I didn't. But I do have an alien on my helmet. My
Yeah,
scooter's helmet. Okay, I don't understand what I wrote here.
you wear a space helmet. Well, most people don't
It
understand what
doesn't?
you read. If you look at her Facebook,
It doesn't what?
if you look at her Facebook page, you realize that a lot of people don't understand what you wrote.
But people still like me.
Oh yeah, well, whatever.
They feel bad for me, so they like me. Thank you for the love.
Yeah.
You can go to your room.
Go
You're not
read.
nice.
Sound it out.
Okay, I want to go to Arizona. I've never been there. And we didn't have
You didn't have a school
a
TV.
school TV. Oh yeah, that's after. You can keep
Like a
going.
channel. Well, no. Ashley Foster is involved in the school TV. They have an AV club. You could rent out video cameras and bring them over to people.
So that's something that I watched. What movie did we watch with this? What TV show we watched with movies things?
Everything sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which it was really cool movie, and I liked it.
It was a TV show.
TV show, and I
It's a
liked it.
Netflix series. It got
Yeah.
canceled after one season, which is too bad. It takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was involved in my school TV stuff.
And, no, so when I watched it, I was like really upset that we didn't have that.
Oh, well.
We had like a class for like
You had a
Media
radio
stuff.
club.
no
Cool.
no radio, no TV.
So Josh's
He was
sister
on that.
Sophie interviews Ashley Foster's parents. They talk about how they worked on the documentary together, and then they go to talk to, and they watch some of the documentary. And then we cut over some of that, and they go to interview experts, Dan Boyd and Mark Marin with 2 R's. They think that
You wrote their names? Oh my god.
I didn't know if they were going to factor in. I try to write the names down so I don't keep referring to the guy and the girl. And
Good job.
a lot of these movies have too many characters.
Yeah.
So the experts think that they were flares. And then they interview Tony Duncan from Apache Nation, who's a Native American, who says
Maybe they're fireflies.
He
Yeah,
says-
wait, I have something to say about them.
about those guys.
Yeah, because they're astronomers. Astronomers, how do you say that?
Astronomers?
Astronomers. And that was my dream for a long time when I was a
Really?
kid.
You have
Yeah, I
too many
love.
dreams.
No, I wanted to. I told you already. I love space and I
Every
love.
sentence you say, it's my dream to go to
No,
New
no, no,
Mexico.
it was- I
it's
had
my
like-
dream to be an astronomer.
No, to go to New Mexico, it's not my dream. I want to go, but I was like, I think when I was like 8 till I was like 12 or something.
You know why
I
you have so
wanted to
many
be-
dreams? Because you sleep 17 hours a day.
No, I don't. I didn't sleep a lot most of my life. Probably now I'm like,
Oh, you saved it for now?
yeah.
Mm.
So, you need to just like fool me. My mom used to throw like water on me.
Yeah, I put ice on you, you get mad, and they just stay in bed longer.
Yeah, no, I'm not staying. No, I don't.
Alright, just finish.
Yeah, so I wanted to be an astronomer for a long time, and then I picked like another space. I prefer to be an astrologist.
Oh yeah, like writing horoscopes.
More money. More stupid people involved.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It was my dream for a long time.
Yeah. Well,
I love space.
It was my dream to be a member of Apache Nation who would be interviewed by high school students about my ancient relatives.
Also, another dream that I had, I wanted to be an Indian.
Yeah, he said his relatives were
After
star
Pocahontas.
people and have seen the formation before, but it was closer. And then,
He tells a story about his friend Pony.
yes.
And he kept saying that name for a few times.
Yeah. And so Josh and Ashley figured
Can you
that
call me Pony?
their friend Mark is going to drive them into the desert so they can do further investigations. They go in the desert, they see a spotlight pointing up in the distance at night, and they start going towards it, and there's police over there with trucks with no license plates and a guy with a telescope there. And the cops notice them, they run away, the cops don't catch them, and then they look at old
they
school.
were, but before that, there were like, I don't know, like 10, 15 cops there, and they're like going to them with flashlights, and they didn't see them.
Well, they didn't know they were cops. The cops were just like detail
Yes,
cops.
but they were with
Drinking
like
coffee and not paying
flashlights, both
attention.
of them.
Alright.
And the police didn't do a good job.
Yeah, so
Because it's maybe not police.
So if you worked at the police force in Phoenix, Arizona in 1997, get your shit together. You fucked up. So the kids they trace a flight path on a map to try to figure out when the next formations will be, if it's going about a pattern. And then meanwhile in documentary present day, they interview Mark's older brother. Mark is their friend that has a car. And Mark thinks that they were with them when they disappeared. He thinks they all disappeared together. There's a dash cam of a state trooper approaching the pulled over vehicle, which is abandoned. They interview Walter, a sheriff, about the car. He says there were cameras, beers, and blood in the car. And then it goes back to the footage that they shot that was found in the car. So this is unedited raw footage. It's not part of Josh's documentary. They pick Ashley up at 7 a.m. The tape ends 11 miles before the car is found. There's this whole search party. They find no traces of them, which is we learn in interviews, is very highly unusual. The last shot on the video is of a dead coyote that they think is two, and then it kind of abruptly cuts. And then the people are kind of wondering why he would stop filming. Sophie goes to the AV club at school to talk to the teacher in charge and tells her about her frustration about the dead end. The teacher's like, well, I didn't work here back then, so I don't really know if they took out another camera. Sophie has this idea that there was a second camera. And then, there's footage of Ashley's parents on the news in a bench. Sophia sees footage of the Arizona governor who had ridiculed the Phoenix Lights, admitting that he saw them years later. This is recent footage, and he said it could have been an alien spacecraft. So she goes to his press secretary to confront him about it, who is not very happy. He doesn't really give him any information. Got anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Anything?
I'm asleep. You're bothering me.
And then they... So Sophia starts asking...
Yes, I do have anything.
Okay, then
just
say
read
it!
like
I'm reading it! I told you, tap me if you have something to say.
But you
This is not tapping me.
Yes,
What?
because I'm trying to
I'm trying to
wait
get
for
this
you
done
to
in under
breathe.
half an hour.
I'm trying to...
We're adding extra minutes by
Nah.
arguing. Breathe. You're trying to breathe.
No, you're just like... Blah, 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 blah. They're bored.
Okay.
I'm bored.
Alright.
If you're not watching and you're listening, so we're having a fight. How do you call it?
We're giving each other the middle finger.
Yes.
You don't know how to call that. Alright, go on.
Zain alecha.
Speak!
The views are beautiful. The views are beautiful, and the movie was kind of interesting. Like, I like stories about the Phoenix Lights is something that I didn't know. I didn't know where that was exist. So I found it really cool. But the movie was not intense at all and not scary. Kind of boring.
Well, like that's why I'm saying it's not really a horror movie. It's kind of a drama or a mystery because it leads up to this thing. So the story is interesting. It's
And then
long.
I wrote to myself that I really hope that there's a good ending, because if not, I'm gonna be really pissed.
I'm gonna be really pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her mom looks like that.
Words that are hard to read.
Her mom looks just the same, like... Oh yeah, so they had like the mother from back then and the mother now, and she looks the same.
Yeah.
They didn't do any job of like makeup or something.
Or maybe she just did a good job of taking care of her body.
20 years.
Yeah.
No wrinkles.
Yeah.
No nothing.
Yeah, she puts L'Occitane
Aww.
on, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna look that good in 20 years.
So Sophie asks why her parents
Ooh.
got divorced, and they pretty much say because Josh Missy completely took over their lives. Then we see an epic montage of footage of the lingering doubts of their parents and now their parents have, and Sophie goes home frustrated at this dead end, and then the AV teacher calls her saying that they have a storage unit and that she found an old package there that had been there for years of a damaged video camera that had been mailed back because there's a sticker on it saying property of Phoenix High School or whatever.
Who found it, do you think?
A person wandering through the desert. And so she says, yeah, you could have it. And they carefully open it up because it's all damaged and somewhat melted. But they find that the camera, the tape is preserved in the inside of it. And so then they take it and they get ready to watch it. And before we play it, they show her reaction.
I wrote like, oh come on, the tape is working 20 years later with all that damage.
The damage is the camera. It's a pretty bulky camera.
I believe the aliens more than that.
Okay. So Sophie is quiet and distant. She drives to the U.S. Air Force bombing range for an appointment with the captain. There's a problem. They won't let her in. And the captain comes out, and he basically says he can't do the interview, and she shouldn't let the footage get out.
She's not a very good actress.
Well, she's a documentarian.
Yeah, but it felt like kind of like, oh, what Josh would do.
Yeah, so they
It's
just,
kinda like-
basically the rest of the movie is that footage. And it shows you basically...
Yeah, that's the second part of the movie. Till now we suffered watching them.
It's a build-up, and then, they make you believe that it's not going to be just a found footage movie, and then the rest of the movie is that found footage. But at this point, we kind of want to know what happens. Why did it end with the dead coyote, and then 11 miles of what did they film after that. So it starts off there. We see there's 2 coyotes with matching burns, and they're kind of exploded. They're climbing through the desert rocks. They see petroglyphs, which, if you think they could be Native American or alien formations. And then you learn a little bit more about the kids' relationship and how Josh
It's very boring.
had a crush on Ashley, but she kind of
She was really pretty though.
is cozying up to Mark. And then Josh is jealous, so they play truth or dare. And Josh is like, "What? Where's this girl you're hanging out with, Mark?" And things get a little weird. Sun goes down. They see a light coming from the Air Force base. They want to get going before it's too dark. They're kind of
How old were
a
they?
sad moment. I would say they're probably, well, Mark is definitely 16, so they're probably 15. And then they're speculating that the parents are being worried and what happens if they don't come home. But they're kind of joking about it. But at this point, we know that's sad because they don't come home. And then things are weird because things look different on the way back. They don't recognize the way. And they start to hear stuff.
And Mark is in charge on like the campus?
Campsite?
Campus? No.
Compass. Yeah, Mark is the compass
spin.
because there's no GPS, there's no cell phones back then.
97. And
Start getting nervous.
Yes, no, but he started getting nervous, but he's still so sure about himself. And it reminds me of myself with direction. Like, I know, go after. But I like 100% of the time, I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really good with directions.
She thinks if you step on the brakes of a car, it means you could see behind you. That was a question in her driver's test that she
It's not
got
in
wrong.
the driver's test. It's the trying
But
thing.
think about that.
Hey.
So Mark takes off.
I got it right.
The compass. You did it. The compass starts moving.
I did it twice.
Yeah,
in Israel and here.
Yeah. You failed it for the first time. That's why you did it twice.
Because I didn't understand the language, and
So-
also you have really weird rules.
Okay, that's why I drive.
And why do I?
So more noises are happening.
I'm not helping you with.
I'm the
taking
Mark
car
in
to
this
the outside
relationship
anymore.
because you don't drive well. So lights come over the hills, loud noises. Mark claims that he saw the car and he wants to leave.
I'm stronger.
They find the car. And they put their stuff in it. Mark says he saw rings, and then the car starts acting weird. There's a big light behind him. The car dies, and the light passes over them. So they start pushing the car, and Mark's nose starts bleeding. They start hiking in the dark.
Yeah, because that's what you should do.
Well, the gas station is 8 miles away. They think that they ran out of
It's
gas.
far.
They don't know that the car stopped working because of mysterious
8 miles
lights.
to walk
Yeah,
in
but
the in
what
the
are you gonna
desert.
do? Sit there in
Sit
the
in the
car
car
all
till the
night?
morning,
It's
go to
freezing
sleep.
in the desert. It's cold.
Yeah, so to walk.
Yeah, so they hike in the dark towards the gas station. Ashley worries about Mark. They're now hearing noises, yelling, and Mark says he sees his brother.
Oh, and by the way, so when they went into the car, so they put their backpacks in the back seat, in the bagage.
Yeah, in the bagage.
What do you say? In the trunk.
Yeah.
In the trunk, and then I was like, oh, that's something interesting, because in the evidence they didn't have their
Yeah, it's not
backpacks.
the
So I'm
backpacks.
like, something else is gonna happen. So then they took their backpacks to walk 7 miles, 8 miles in the
Yeah,
desert.
they probably had snacks in them. So Mark says he sees his brother. Then he starts getting blown around, and rocks are falling from the sky. They can't find Mark. They see a light that looks like a trailer. Ashley drops her flashlight down the rocks, so she has to use the camera for a light. So now it's extra shaky, Blair Witch effect. Her nose starts to bleed. They see a whole pack of dogs that are burned up. Ashley starts coming out, and she sees her dad. She says she sees her dad. And then she gets sucked up into the sky. So Josh rushes into the empty trailer. Everything breaks and everything is getting pulled up in the sky. Water and pictures on the wall, including the camera, which goes up and then it falls back down. And then the credits roll.
No.
No?
So he's like flying, and then the camera flies with him, and then it's like start. So they did it. They put the to the weather balloon. They put the camera on a weather balloon, and it flew, and then it fell.
That's the behind the scenes thing.
Yeah, that's
Josh
how they
didn't take a weather
No.
balloon from the camera, from
No.
the trailer, and hook it up to the camera.
I felt that they could do the movie like shorter.
Yeah, of course.
It could be like such a fun movie for like a short movie, like I don't know, like 20 minutes or.
No, 20 minutes. It would be like one of those.
Okay,
40,
less
you could
than
do
an
a
hour.
40-minute TV
Yeah.
show that's like a 2020 or something,
Yeah.
or a Tales
It's really long.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark Nickelodeon episode or something.
Yeah, but I like alien stories.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think
creepy.
this was a horror movie at all. I think that it was more a sci-fi drama, mystery, fake documentary. It was interesting. It got me.
It's not fake. The lights are real.
Yeah, but their story is
Oh, their
fake.
story is.
And so I was. It's not about 3 kids that actually went missing.
Mhm.
So it was interesting for a found footage movie that it took someone that was against found footage movies and made me kind of interested to watch it. By no means is it a mandatory to put on your list to watch, but I hope you enjoyed us talking and fighting
Yeah.
over it. And,
Oh, but we love each other.
yeah.
What are you doing?
All Alright, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
There
Like
will
us.
be a horror movie next.
Yeah, the next
Kind
one
of.
is kind of horrible. He picked the next one.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the next one more than I did this one.
Oh yeah, me too.
So Yael, Matt, recap all across social media, all across the world.
And be careful of UFO.
Yeah,
UFOs.
watch out for flashlights.
Yeah.